People are farming the something new hand cannon, which I can totally get behind. The unique origin trait is top tier silly, and as it wasn't even brought up in Bungie's latest TWAB under the known issues category, we're all kind of assuming now that it's supposed to work the way that it does. And that's all well and good. Here's what isn't though. A lot of people are recommending a perk on this hand cannon that I really think is a waste of a perk. Like a complete goddamn waste. You can ask my homie Cool Guy, he will tell you the same. We recorded a couple of clips together on today's video and talked about the hand cannon a bunch. Today I'm going to cover the following: what perks to hard avoid on something new, what the actual good rolls are, and is something new even worth using outside of the origin trait. But real quick, are y'all ready to suck blood? That is, because the sponsor of today's video is none other than Blood Hunt. Get ready for a free-to-play battle royale set in Prague between competing vampire clans. They even got a brand new 8v8 game mode where teams consist of 4 duos fighting for 5 arenas across the map. The game mode is great for new players wanting to get familiar with how Blood Hunt plays and feels, without the long wait times on death that might come with a battle royale mode. The new summer update contains a new battle pass available for purchase with over 100 items at a lower price point. Also, Shark Mob has a brand new content creator program that you can easily apply to. The program gives you access to exclusive digital and physical items and also access to a special section on Discord. Check out that Discord, by the way. The Shark Mob crew is available 24/7 over there. They also got lore channels, feedback channels, and more. By the way, the gamepad has received more love in the form of additional settings, allowing every player using a gamepad to personalize their controls. Additional improvements with customizable buttons to be added in the future. Legit, watching the trailer actually got me hyped up, so you should 100% give it a go. Again, completely free to play, so there's no reason not to. Blood Hunt is a free to play game available on both PC and PlayStation 5 now. Check the link in the video description, and thank you, Blood Hunt. Alright, we back. As I mentioned in a video last week, I wanted to make a video on the something new hand cannon, but got a little sidetracked with silver leaf farming and the insanity of the new origin perk Dreamwork. So let's talk about something new and how a lot of people out there are recommending multi-kill clip, which I'm going to go on the record and say that perk on this gun. Didn't take a whole lot of time fiddling around with the gun, by the way, to figure out that the mandatory pairing of multi-kill clip and the Dreamwork origin trait, bad pairing. Now, in theory, yes, you can, of course, get multi-kill clip to work on the gun. If your mag hasn't been overflowed already and you're in a clean, uninterrupted 1v1, yes, multi-kill clip will proc and work on the something new hand cannon. Yay! However, if your gunfight is interrupted at all by a teammate, which has a high chance of happening in D2, by the way, multi-kill clip essentially becomes worthless. Team shotting, even if unintended, is such an inevitable part of the meta, it's bound to happen. And not only that, multi-kill clip specifically is designed for you to rapidly get kills on multiple targets for even higher damage output. But the more targets you shoot, IMO, the more of a chance someone is going to even accidentally shoot the person that you're shooting at. Dreamwork, therefore, is going to kick in, your mag will be overflowed, and now you literally are unable to reload your weapon. Like, you physically actually can't do it. I'm actually kind of shocked by how many people are recommending multi-kill clip on this gun.
But Fallout, you did say it could work earlier if you're uninterrupted.
I mean, yeah, okay, but if that's the case, you know what you should be farming for? Loud Lullaby. It has kill clip, which is arguably the better pick anyway. After just one kill, you're looking at an extra 33% damage output, which in PvP immediately puts you in the 2 headshot kill ballpark. Not only that, but kill clip Lullaby automatically puts you over the edge of being able to 2-tap kill anybody, no matter how high their resil is. No complications, no need for multiple kills to ramp up the damage even higher. And I mean, I guess you could go multi-kill clip on the something new in PvE, but again, all it takes is one teammate to shoot at something that you're shooting to render your main damage dealing perk completely ineffective. Do what you want, but IMO MKC on something new is a waste, which is extra unfortunate in and of itself, because looking at the entire perk pool overall, not a whole lot else. That brings me to part 2 of today's video. What do you actually want on the something new hand cannon for both PvP and PvE? Which, good news there, what I want is probably going to be the same for both. Yay, parallel goals. One of the 2 roles I'm going to recommend right off the bat is Wellspring and Demolitionist. While something new ain't the only weapon in the game capable of rolling that particular combo, it is extremely rare. While thumbing my way through d2gunsmith.com, I was only able to find 3 other weapons capable of hopping out the oven with Wellspring Demo: the Fortissimo shotgun, the Ogma pulse rifle, and the Typhon GL5 grenade launcher. The vast vast majority of weapons I looked at did have both perks available, but not at the same time. They were mashed together in column 4. Unless I'm completely blind and missed more rolls, it's looking like something new is only one of 2 primary ammo weapons in all of D2 rocking that combo. Bottom line there, if you're a player that enjoys grenade throwing either in PvE or PvP, something new is definitely a gun you're going to want to get. Currently, I've got 2 builds that I really like focused around that type of play. One of them is the Osmio Shadebinder Warlock. I might eventually make a, let's say, weird video on that build, and the other is a young Ahamkara Spine Tripmine Hunter. Both would benefit greatly from a Wellspring demo primary. The other role I'm mostly down with is Headstone. I say just Headstone because, like multi-kill clip, while Feeding Frenzy and Tunnel Vision are there in column 3, there's a good chance those perks won't be able to be used by you 100% of the time due to the origin trait saying F you. Stasis is still really good in PvE and especially good in PvP, despite the armor mod which shall not be named. Classes like Shadebinder and Behemoth go ham in PvP with almost no effort. Technically, something new is the only 120 RPM hand cannon capable of rolling Headstone, and only one of 3 hand cannons capable of dropping with the perk. The other 2 being Ias Luna and the Vulpicula, however the say it. Goes without saying that if you're playing a stasis class, yeah, Headstone has the potential to help your build out a lot. Stand near the crystal to take advantage of Whisper of Chains to get improved DR, and then just straight up shoot and break it to take advantage of Whisper of Shards. I will admit, Headstone Luna is heavy competition to Headstone Something New. 140 RPM hand cannons are still the D2 version of Old Faithful. They're legit always viable in PvP. That being said, 120 RPMs still put in work. I think they're way better in 3v3 and especially in trials. If I'm playing 6v6 or Iron Banner or whatever, yeah, 140 RPM hand cannons all the way. But really though, don't sleep on 120s in 3v3. The team shot potential with a good team is brutal. The final role I might maybe recommend would be either Wellspring Harmony or Ensemble Harmony. Again, slim pickings out here in column 3, but the main pull of that role being Harmony. With Harmony active, something new is capable of achieving 96 damage on a headshot. 96 times 2 is 192 damage, meaning that, yeah, on lowish levels of Resil, something new can 2-tap people with Harmony. Again, though, I'm going to recommend that if your goal is to 2-tap people with a 120 in PvP, Loud Lullaby is literally right there. Not to mention, 192 damage ain't that much in the current meta, TBH. Now that Resil is directly tied to your level of unflinching, I know a ton of people, myself included, running high-ish Resil on the regular in PvP. At the end of the day, probably not going to go out of my way to run Harmony. The other 2 roles I think are much more viable on the Something New. Okay, is Something New worth farming? 100% yes, due to the wild origin trait. Please watch my video on that if you haven't already, link down below. Completely wild new origin trait, a lot of interesting potential tied to Dreamwork. Outside of that origin trait, maybe. I'm really only interested in the 2 big roll combos I mentioned earlier, but outside of that, not crazy appealing to me. To reiterate, I do think that 120 RPM hand cannons shine in the current 3v3 meta, but still, I'm gonna say 8 times out of 10, I would probably rather use a really well-rolled 140 RPM hand cannon. To each their own though. If you like the heavy team shot power that 120s bring to the table, and you either have a heavy ability build featuring grenades, or you still main a Stasis Guardian, yeah, Something New is right up your alley. Outside of that though, probably get it for the origin trait. Use it to do silly things and that's about it. Because we talked about it a lot, I'm sure my boy Cool Guy will also have a video up on the gun this week or maybe even today. Either way, check out his channel and watch that video. He's always worth a watch. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you on stream.